specific area of work, but I think that, the investments in jobs and manufacturing and technology sort of, if there are enough business investments in electric vehicle technology and manufacturing electric vehicles, that seems to me something that is increasingly hard to roll back as time goes on. So I'm interested in what Shelley has to say on this, though.
Yeah, I was nodding my head because I feel like in this conversation with e-mobility and accelerating electrification, workforce and economic development opportunities as well as the public health argument seem to be the great equalizer. So regardless of if you wear red, you wear blue, you're on the right, you're on the left, or in the middle, having access to jobs, creating better wealth for communities and families, that's kind of like a great equalizer. And considering where we are today in this place and space with dealing with the impacts of the pandemic, with many people having lost employment or have reduced employment, this is a great opportunity to me for us to lean into being able to provide people with opportunities to work in, building out EV infrastructure and maintaining charging, building battery components or other components that are needed for electric vehicles, as well as manufacturing electric vehicles, as well as transitioning our grid to prepare for the extended use on the grid that additional electric vehicles will have. So I think there's a lot of opportunities to really lean into the workforce and economic development conversation, emphasize how this transition really impacts public health, because everybody doesn't agree and align with the climate change argument. So I think there's other ways, like we were saying, to make that more pronounced. And then I think just education, starting at K through 12 on up, I think if we begin to integrate the benefits of, renewable energy, shifting our transportation to clean vehicles and cleaner transportation mobility options, then we start to make this normalize this behavior. So it's not something that is foreign. It's not something that people in the suburbs or like one racial ethnic group is doing. It just becomes normalized behavior. So look at what happens in progressive markets like Norway, who are leading the conversation around electrification and EV adoption. And I think just pull some of those best practices and apply, and let's see how they will apply here.
I love this. Thank you so much. These are such wonderful, positive, and uplifting ideas to work towards. Unfortunately, now we've come to the end of our session, and I must wrap up this conversation here. So I really want to say thank you to our wonderful speakers, Shelley Francis and Jennifer Bosco, for really providing such invaluable insight into how we go about this pursuit towards EV equity and energy equity overall as well. But also to our audience, thank you for providing such thought-provoking questions. If you would like to continue the conversation, we are going to try and have a speaker and meet greet session after this in an informal Zoom meeting style. And so maybe we can address any other Q&A questions that we didn't get to. The link to the speak, meet and greet is available in the conference chat box, I believe. And I also ask attendees who want CLE credit to stay on connected for instructions to get your CLE certificate. And of course, on behalf of the ABA, I'm Achinthi Vithanage, and I thank you all for joining us. Before leaving, wait for the evaluation. We really want to know what you thought of this. And thank you. I will now turn you over to optional information.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the American Bar Association and the ABA section of Environment, Energy, and Resources, we thank you for participating in today's program. To learn more about the sponsors, please visit the ABA website at www.americanbar.org. Thank you, and please click on the evaluation link. We value your feedback.